Hey folks, welcome back to the channel, Pop Retro. You can find me at Pop Retro 1 on Instagram and Twitter, and Facebook.com/Pop Retro 1, or just search, that's on Facebook, or just search at Pop Retro and the number 1, and that's you can find me at Facebook. So, a stack of Vinegar Syndrome titles that I've added to my collection recently. Just wanted to share these with you. Most of them are 4K UHD titles. So Vinegar Syndrome releasing a lot of 4K UHD titles these days. They also come with a Blu-ray version of the movie. So if you're not equipped, you can still buy these and still be able to watch them because they include a Blu-ray copy as well. So let's start with the first one. This is one of the reasons I really liked Vinegar Syndrome from the beginning, was that they release a lot of the sort of made for the video market, made for VHS rental market and cable TV stuff that I grew up watching as a kid in the 80s and as a teenager and a young adult in the 90s. And a lot of action and horror and stuff like this that would otherwise be forgotten, especially as far as home video goes. So we've got Cynthia, Rothrock, Undefeatable, and they've been releasing a lot of Cynthia Rothrock movies, which is great, which is awesome. So one of the fun things too about Vinegar Syndrome is the packaging. So gonna make sure that's the slip. I have reversed the artwork on all of these. I've pre-taken off the shrink wrap, so I don't have to do that on camera for these. And so that is the reversible art. And there's a look at the back, tons of information. And this also includes the revamped version, kind of the re-edited version called Bloody Mary Killer. Director Godfrey Ho, he took the footage and just made a completely different version of this movie, and that I have not seen. And that's included as an extra, one of the many, many extras on this disc. I should say discs, because there are 3. You've got the 4K and the 2 Blu-rays that house all the special features and the additional movie and the movie proper on Blu-ray disc, so that, again, you can watch it if you're not equipped for 4K UHD. Also comes with a booklet. I'll take this out so we can take a quick look. And there's the booklet. This is actually, it's a thin booklet, but look at that. Lots of text. So there's going to be lots of info in this, which is great. I love reading these booklets. So, and a lot of stills, some screenshots, it looks like, from the movie. 1993. Gosh, I was a junior or senior in high school that year, depending on when it would have come out. So, again, Vinegar Syndrome, bringing it with action and adventure, and of course, horror. Like I've said, from the early 80s, I believe. No, this is a late 1987 with Night Screams. Take a look here. Check out that art. Tonight, their cries will fall on dead ears. Not deaf ears, dead ears. All right. Nice looking artwork on that. Here's the reversible art on this 4K Ultra HD presentation. Always great to add some new slashers to the collection, ones that I don't have. And a look inside, another 3-discer. There you have it. Now this, I believe, is a movie that, if I remember right, is this the one that came up short? Yeah, the runtime was short, and so the distributor or whatever added some random violence and maybe some sex scenes or something to pad out the runtime, and that's what got released initially. And so one of the extras on here is the director's intended cut, like the cut before, the shorter cut that would have been released without those added scenes. So that is added in here as an extra. Very good. I'd read off these extras, but man, Vinegar Syndrome just has tons of extras. So, from 1987 to 1983, this is the 1983 one in my batch, and this is a masterclass in creative packaging. We've got the Giallo-esque A Blade in the Dark. Check that out. Lamberto Bava. There's a look at the back. The Italian. But look at this now. This is how this thing unboxes. You pull that part off. And that's where it's housed. So you take a look. See, so it just goes right back on there like that, and that's how it's stored. It makes for a thick box, so you're not saving space with this, but it is pretty cool. I've not seen anything like it. So, all right, on the inside we've got the disc. I know I got to be careful with this one. There is a not safe for YouTube piece of art on this one, but it does come with a thick book, a pretty thick book right there. And you can just see some of the writing on the inside, so you can see what you're getting with that. A lot of historical notes, I am hoping. And let's take a look at the disc, being careful with the reversible art. So there's that art, and let's see if I can do this. There's the reversible art. So you can use your imagination. Take it out, and I did not reverse the art on this because the reversible art is the more adult version of the artwork. So there's a look at the back, and once again, 1, 2. Now this has 4 discs. 4 discs for A Blade in the Dark. There, the spindle cropped out that image so you can safely view it here on the YouTube. And the final disc. There you have it. Just kind of looking at all the extras, trying to pick out something to pass along, but there's so much. This was going to be like a TV miniseries at first, and then it wound up being, I think, a theatrical film for whatever reason. It was just too violent and racy for Italian TV. However, I think one of the extras on here is actually like the long TV version. So there must have been some sort of TV version that eventually aired or got aired. I have not read a lot of the backstory. This is just the initial stuff that I've read and heard about for the genesis of A Blade in the Dark. So, put it back together. This is kind of a thicker case too. You can't really tell on here, but gotta be careful putting this back together. All right, there we go. So put that back in there, and then the funky box back into the box. Get the booklet. Slide the booklet in without destroying it. There we go. And putting the puzzle pieces back together. There we go. Blade in the Dark. Pretty cool. I like it. There's the thickness. You can kind of see how much thicker it is than a regular single-sized release. So I wonder how many people actually buy something like that because of the packaging. Because I'm fine with like standard editions. This is just, I got this as a subscriber. So I won't always be a subscriber. So if I was not a subscriber, I would probably wait and just get a standard edition. It's thinner, and but the fact that I am a sub and I did get this, it is cool to have. It's kind of a conversation piece. Check this out. So anyhow, all right, 2 more packages here. Up next, from 1980, we've got The Boogeyman. Mom used to, I remember my parents, my mom especially, you know, you better go to sleep or the Boogeyman will get you. So, I don't know. I don't think I ever met the Boogeyman, thankfully. Here's a look at the reversible art. Look at the back. So you get some of those screenshots in there. Only 2 discs in this one, the 4K UHD and the Blu-ray version. That is the Boogeyman. The next terrifying nightmare of childhood is about to return. I just remember something as like broken, the pieces of the broken mirror, you know. Just wild, yes. That's right. I wonder if my mom saw this. She was watching a lot of horror movies when I was a kid. I remember when I was really young, I was about 7 years old. My mom was watching, I think it was The Hearse. And that was scary, what little I saw. And The Hand, the movie about, you know, the hand that comes to life after it gets ripped off some guy. I need to rewatch both of those, actually. I have The Hearse. I don't think I have The Hand. I think Vinegar Syndrome released The Hearse, actually. I think that's how I got it. All right, the last package is a Blu-ray only, but it is 3 movies. It is Villages of the Damned, 3 horrors from Spain. I have had fun with these foreign releases that Vinegar Syndrome has put out over the last couple years, foreign language releases. Nice little box. Again, a thicker box here. Show you how thick it is. There's that. So a little thinner than the Blade box. There you go. You see the size difference. This has a book as well, a booklet. Let's take a look inside. So, you know. And a look at the slipcover art. Villages of the Damned. All right, and let's unslip it. It's like a puzzle. The 3 movies are, and this is the reversible art, by the way. Let's see here, if I can read it. The Forest of the Wolf from 1970. These are the English titles, of course. The Sky is Falling from 1975. And Beatriz from 1976. Now on this one, Vinegar Syndrome has opted to put 2 of the films on one Blu-ray disc and the other film on its own Blu-ray disc. So you get 3 films on 2 discs. And let's put this back together. The case into the slip into the box, add the booklet, and there you have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packages of pretty obscure, you know, maybe not all obscure if you're a real big fan of this B-movie stuff, but pretty obscure, you know, if your friends come over who aren't into this stuff. But talk about just having a nice package for this forgotten stuff. I mean, and also all the 4K UHDs. I mean, if somebody would have told me that something like Undefeatable would be on 4K UHD someday. Of course, back then I wouldn't have known what 4K UHD is because it wasn't here yet. But still, it's like the last thing you would think. You know, one of the last things you think would get that type of thing. But that's what Vinegar Syndrome does. That's why we love it. That's why we like it. So, hey, thanks for checking out this haul video. I'm going to stop rambling right now because that's all I do. One take with these videos. I try not to do any editing. So, I will be back with some more haul videos and some reviews coming up soon.